hello Commanders, Commander Plater here, and welcome to today's live stream. Apparently I've done loads of daft stuff, which is always fun. There we go, wow. From changing settings around from the last time I streamed and all that kind of malarkey. Because last time, don't know if everyone remembers, we did the Through Our Eyes kind of podcast type thing, and I had to change loads of stuff on my setup, which was all kinds of fun, I guess. But yeah, I think I've changed everything back. Seems to be alright. Also, I forgot to change the target for for the YouTube live stream, which meant it initially went to an older stream. So that's going to be fun. I think we might have to go in and delete that fairly soon. But hey, ProRock saying it's still better than a Frontier stream. Well, actually, to be fair, I have much less to organise than them. So at least there's that, isn't there? But I hope everyone's doing very well. And you guys are having alright. Today's a really horrible, gross feeling, kind of rainy Thursday, which no one's a fan of. I mean, is anyone a fan of it? Nah, of course not. Let's get that deleted. Cool. Problem solved. It's like it never happened, so it's all good. But yeah, today we're going to be jumping into the community goal that is new. This is going to be a community goal where it's a chance to get the unlock for the special missile launcher that we had a while back, and that was initially going to be only available to those that took part in a community goal, and now there is another community goal that is out. If we have a quick look on Galnet, we should hopefully find out exactly what it is. I just turn my volume up on my voice, so let me know if it's gone too loud. Yeah, I'm actually tipping it down at the moment. Okay, so the engineer Liz Ryder has requested mind materials. That's really important. It's mind material. Keep that in mind. Mind materials to help a previously unique ship module become widely available. I put become because it doesn't say that, but it should. In fact, you know what? Boop. And it should say that, but it doesn't. Anyway, the module is a fully engineered, lightweight, high-capacity Class 2 Seeker missile rack with thermal cascade. It was offered in October 3306 to pilots who helped defend the Eurybia system from Imperial forces. At the time, the Empire suspected Liz Ryder of supplying weapons to the NMLA terrorist group. Which turns out she actually did, but she also didn't, because they had their own engineer, as we found out from last week's event. Important. So, apparently, she announced her aim is to make it this special modified weapon available for purchase at all human technology brokers. She added, pilots can help kickstart this project by providing mind commodities, not minerals, commodities, which will temporarily reduce the amount of materials that customers require to obtain the missile rack. As a bonus, the highest contributors to this initiative will be gifted with the module. So it's a chance to pick up another one of these modules. So, I'm pleased to be working with tech brokers to add this to the market. Many engineers think we could do more to serve the galactic community, and this is a step in that direction. Shipments of bromellite, lithium hydroxide, osmium, and samarium can be delivered to Awiria Flebel in Eurybia. Possible. We could get the FSD. I don't know if we will. But right, we need to go and sign ourselves up for it, and also we need to go find somewhere to mine. That's the question. Is like where are we gonna go? Where's gonna be the best spot? Let's have a think. Well, let's kind of pick one, because you can imagine being able to buy tons of them. Could be a good one. Rainbow, good afternoon. How you doing? Bromelites, pain, lithium hydroxide, osmium and samarium. Hunter, I have not watched it yet. I normally watch it on Friday mornings, so yeah, but bromelite's not just anywhere, Budman. It can be a bit of a pain to find. I'm like, where's going to be the best place for us to go get the stuff? Now, I'm trying to think. Was it because the Wait, is it the last? It's not the last episode, is it? Panhole osmium. Yeah, see, I'm trying to think where the best place is going to be for osmium. Hang on. Okay, I'm 100% using third-party tools for this one. What we want is I'm to the ED Miners website. ED Miners? Is that what it's called? ED Miners tool. Found it. Got it. So, this is what I'm using. I will share my screen. Okay. So, I'm going to use this because why wouldn't I? So we've got osmium on there. So we're probably going to go for osmium. I'm just going to simply find the best place. So I think we're going to be looking for miners tool. Oh, that's the cell places. What am I looking for? I'm looking for hotspots. There we go. Go to hotspots. Reference system Rick and Morty. That's weird. So it was the last. Yeah, see, a really freaking slow. Oh no, it doesn't have any of the stuff I need. Forget it. Not doing that then. Forget it. I'll go do my own thing. Yeah, I can't believe it's the there are no known osmium hotspots. But I know bromelo. Yeah, samarium. Samarium is a rocky one, isn't it? Right, that's pristine metallics, not metal rich. So let's have a thought where we can go and what we should do. I'm tempted to head over to Hilla, because I know Hilla, I think we've got some decent samarium available, like some samarium spots available. I think we do. But yeah, the thing is, like, this season of The Expanse, I feel like nothing has happened so far. So they really need to sort something out. Like, definitely need to sort something out. I always like trying to go home if I can. That's always my thought is, yeah, I've got to come home. Yeah, we've got metal rich, haven't we? Only metal rich and rocky. We could focus on samarium. No, that's not a lot at all, Perrock. That isn't a lot. That was like one episode. Like, that was it. That's the thing. It was one single episode that something happened, and that isn't actually a lot. See, Barry, I don't know. I haven't been mining since everything changed, really. I haven't done a lot of strip mining, should I say, for quite a while. But yeah, let's get ourselves off somewhere. Weejet, I'm guessing you're on the carrier, are you? because I feel like Hilla might be the best spot just to go for summer, because I know that we've got a lot of extraction. But yeah, that is simply my humble opinion for when it comes to the Expanse. I feel like this season's been really slow. There's been an awful lot of people drama, not a huge amount going on with regards to the spacey stuff. I feel like I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, and I'm super aware of that. So I'm just gonna say, like, not a lot of the previous storylines have been touched as part of it. So I feel like it's tricky because of that. But I've enjoyed the people drama. But do I feel like all of the plot points that I have been waiting for will be summed up in only an episode? No, I don't. There's so much that's not happened. Chat is missing our stream. Oh yeah, it is. That's a good point. I was trying to think what was missing. I'm like, what's missing? Boop. All the stuff's missing, apparently. Right, well, I'm hoping I won't be disappointed. So, there you go. Oh, you know what? I'll watch it, and I will see. I'll give my opinions once I've watched, because I can't give my opinions about something before I have experienced it. Manix, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I try to be sensible, but it's hard. You guys know what it's like. Try and be sensible, and then you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. What colour's my drink today? Oh, pretty normal actually. No. Because I had to remove my green screen filter, chroma key, and then reapply it. Because I had to redo everything. And also, I think Alfred's moved the camera a bit, which is fun. Prorock, absolutely fine now. The reason why Prorock's asking that is I had my COVID-19 vaccine on Monday. As someone who is clinically extremely vulnerable, I had my first Pfizer vaccine jab. Whole thing went really, really smoothly. I can't really stress more than how smoothly it went. It was really the case of I went there, I turned up, and filled out a little form, handed it in to someone, got to sit down for a couple of minutes, got called up, got my jab, had to sit there for a couple of minutes to make sure I didn't have any reactions to it or anything. Come home. My arm was really I got really, really tired on Tuesday night. I was absolutely exhausted. I got really, really tired, and my arm was really, really achy, like to the point where I was struggling to lift it up because it was achy so much. But then that went away. Like, I woke up yesterday, not there today, totally fine. So not bad at all. Let's go. I mean, if we're not, it doesn't really matter where we go, because if we're going to smoke some samarium, I think it gives us a chance to basically hang out at home. That's really my thought, is that we hang out at home and we'll do that. Right. That's metal. Where's it? Best found? Shouldn't be metal rich, really, should I? We'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Now, where was I jumping my carrier to? I think I just picked someone, didn't I? Because I thought it was Rocky. Obviously, I'm wrong, so that's fun. But yeah, we'll just mine around. My near player's tyranny, I guess. which will work. Killer Sock, hello, how you doing? Grimulass, hello. Jungle Patch, hello. But yeah, the whole COVID vaccine thing, I got a text out of the blue, basically. Like a week before, or a few days before, and bump, there you go. Away we go. Go get it done. Lapayaz, thank you very much. I'm doing my best here. Whoop. Weejet, is that something that you have? I mean, is that something you have a problem with needles almost? Like it's more of a psychological thing rather than a physiological thing? Sightseeing loop. Now you find the needles. I have no clue. Now, where we're going to go, I guess we're just going to drop in to the ring anyway. Oh, you know what, I'm not... Alright, if we're looking for metallic, I'm like, well, let's actually focus a minute, focus a second, and think about what we should be looking for. Glease 9407. But no, it's surprising, Weejet. And honestly, I mean, Prorock, I have to give myself a it's a very different experience, I would say, injecting something versus taking it out. As someone who has had lots of things put in and then taken out. This is nice and close, but this, I mean, we've definitely been here. I've never been here. Let's go check it out. Should have some pristines. Yeah, the size of the needle is one thing. Like, very true. But when I have blood taken at the clinic, because I have to have blood tested every couple of months for toxicity. I have to use the smallest cannula, and they use a cannula. And I have to use the child-size ones because my veins are so bad after all my years of cancer treatments. So that's all kinds of fun. Right, so that's metallic. So center ring. Doesn't say pristine, does it? Oh, it's not seeing that. But yeah, then we'll go for this. We'll go for that. So we're just kind of waiting for the carrier to jump back in. And then once the carrier jumps in to Hiller, we'll grab the Type 9 and get ourselves in. But yeah, I think that's going to be the best bet. So Rainbow, you're saying that you can't stand needles, which is bad considering how many injections you've had over the last few. The thing is that, right, no one likes needles. No one likes them. Like, they're not something that you enjoy. No one calls themselves, I'm a needle enthusiast. Like, it's kind of like, are you though? Are you though? But I have to give myself injections every single day. An injection every single day. And it's not fun. And it's not a small needle. It's quite chunky. And oh my god, does it sting? Stings so much. Yeah, it is. It's a stomach-based jab. Or belly fat. would not recommend, would not say do it for fun. Technically my carrier isn't here yet, so can you loop something that isn't in system yet? Nah. Yeah, would not recommend it for fun. Plus the bruising. Oh god, the bruising. I would show you guys, but I don't want to stand up and show you my stomach on stream right now. Alright, well hopefully we should get a good view. Let's see how long we got. 5 whole minutes. 5 whole minutes. Less. Cool. Cool. Just hanging around. Just waiting for a carrier to jump in. But yeah, we're hoping that everything's back to normal by the end of the year. Before the end of the year would be good. Because we're going to book a holiday, a much needed one. We didn't go anywhere last year. No spoilers there, but only in the UK, and only if it's safe to do so will we go. But we're hopefully going to be going down to Cornwall again and do some surfing. I say surfing. So Killer Sock, it's not materials this time. It is mined commodities. So that is the plan. And it's kind of the junk stuff. It's like the stuff that you don't necessarily want to mine for big money. So it should be just kicking around all over the shop. So that's hopeful. I mean, that said, osmium's quite high demand for missions, which means actually if I find some osmium, I might as well pick up some osmium, keep hold of it for if I come across any mining missions whilst doing BGS. That's an idea. Killer Sock, so yeah, pretty much laser mining all the way. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to things being normal again. But I want it to be like normal where everyone's safe. Like, because even though I will have had my vaccine, my wife hasn't. And obviously we live together. So I still have to be careful because I don't want to then bring something in and then give it to her. Because that'd be rubbish, wouldn't it? Be absolute rubbish. Three minutes. So yeah, we're going to be jumping into the Type 9. I ate a handful of nuts just before the stream. And to my detriment, got more stuck in my teeth. It's not great. Mistakes have been made. But yeah, mistakes have been made. Alright. Okay, so I just need to I'm having to share a video with someone who it's very important. I've got to share this right immediately because it's very, very important. Whilst we wait for the battle cat to jump in. Trying to set ourselves up with a nice view. You guys getting some buffering on Twitch? Or is everything okay? Let's have a look. Because sometimes what happens is I get stuff on Epic start to update. Oh, there's an update for Satisfactory Experimental Branch. That's why. Yeah, Hunter. I imagine, man. I imagine. Gislason? Venezuela. Nice. You might be my only Venezuelan viewer. Like, ever. But yeah, I think I know what the problem was. It was down to me downloading something. So for you guys it'd be fine because my upwards bandwidth is fine, but then my downwards was having some issues. Chris, hello, how you doing? Anyone notice the star lighting just change? And here we go. Hi Nola, yeah it is. Oh, wrong angle. Totally the wrong angle. Classic. Of course I was behind it. Of course I was. No, Chris, it's not engineering materials this time. Van Otter. Well, it's supposed to be carriers jumping in front of things. That was the idea, but it didn't quite go according to plan. Oh, hello. Where are we going? Yeah, Hunter, that was pretty weird. The start. Hey, are you saying that fleet carriers literally make stars change colour? And it's not gone back either. I feel like that's something that shouldn't happen. Right. So we want the laser mining Type 9. That's what we want. Yeah, it shouldn't happen though, should it? It's like, shouldn't happen. Either way, should not be happening. Now, watch me get limpets. Witness me. Hey, witness me. It's a film reference. But yes, I'm going to pick stuff up. No, Chris, it's just mining. Just mining. Yes, Ferrock. Mediocre. Hey, what an insult. What an insult. Calling things mediocre. Hey, oh. Supmany, how's it going, fella? Oh, nope. That was a video that I was looking at a minute ago. We have to... bleeding out. Glease something. Glease 90304. Alright. I'm trying to think if this is going to be quicker. And then we're going to take out not visited. And then it was up, wasn't it? There it is. Nice. Taking part in the CG mini. Taking part in the community goal. So this week's one is mining. Very exciting. I mean, like, tops exciting. We're going to go get into it. I'm pretty sure we don't have a The rewards are, it's that engineered missile launcher again for those in the top 75% of the CG, but it's going to offer a global unlock for everyone at the human tech brokers. So it's a chance to kind of, I guess, change what's available throughout the galaxy. I need to get rid of all of this stuff. So it's thermal cascade plus extended magazine plus something else. We'll double check. But yeah, we'll double check up. I will double check. Englishies, hello, how you doing? Right, so Gannett news. We've got what it do is Class 2 Seeker rack with high capacity and thermal cascade that you can then slap on something else on it, I think. Mate, too fast to get. No, that's right, Minnie. No, thank you. Lightweight, high capacity thermal cascade. Yeah, which one can then be re-engineered, I think. No, I don't want you to. Because mining is a little bit more of a waste of time if I crash. So I'm going to respectfully decline. That's my own fault for using bloody autodock. I should have used autodock. And it would have slammed me in. I was like, yeah, I just turn autodock on. Because I can do all kinds of things to stop me from dying. No, I didn't. Okay. We have arrived. Oh no, we haven't yet. I thought we had. It's like, read the screen. Read the screen. On the topic of other TV shows, because we spoke about the Expanse briefly, I've also started watching Star Trek Lower Decks, which I found to be quite interesting. I don't know if I 100% get it yet. Like, do I get it? I don't know if I 100% get it yet. I don't know if it quite... It's got like a Rick and Morty vibe on it. And that's fine, I quite like Rick and Morty. But then it's also got a bit of Star Trek references that I quite like in there as well. So that's good. Some indirect things, and I watched like episode 3, I think it was, and it was like this. The ultimate way to defeat someone is go and like hit people with a double fist, and it drives me insane as someone who's practiced martial arts. It drives me freaking insane. Right, we're going to go into so metal rich metallic, so the center ring. Go. Thing is, I don't know, Chris. I got a little bit. I Gundammed myself out, and I'm at the point now where I need to. I still want to. I haven't built any for ages, because unfortunately, Alfred is a little pest, and he won't let me. Every time I get the table out and I get everything set up, he comes and he attacks. He doesn't protect. All he does is attack. Seriously, all this cat does is attack. Alfred, could you please maybe behave yourself and be nice to me and look after me? No, I attack. It's like, great. Clive was great at protecting. Alfred is better at attacking. Very much. But the last one that I've been working on, because I do have the boxes right next to me. I'm working on the silver bullet suppressor. which I got and I grabbed because I really like the colours. Bear in mind, this is not remotely finished in any way, shape or form yet, but I really like the purple colours of it. So that's kind of one that I'm working on at the moment. Then after that, I've still got the Gundam Mach 2 real grade to do. And then I have got Granddaddy 3.0 to build, which is the original Gundam from the original series, but it's Mach 3. Yeah, it does have many arm replacements, Chris, but I'm just like, why? Why does it have so many arms? Like, it's got 6 arms that you have to build and put in the back, and I'm like, but why? Why? I wish I'd known that one. But yeah, and then I finally... Budman, I haven't even touched it, mate. I haven't even touched it. Oh, no, General Patch, there wasn't a part 3 where I finished it, I'm ashamed to say. I didn't do a part 3. I have finished it though. But yeah, and then I've also got finally the full armor double Zeta to do as well. Well, I'm kind of saving that one to the end because I think that's going to be like the last one that I build for quite a while. It's an expensive thing. I went nuts on it. I just bought loads. I went, oh, I need this one, I need this one, I need this one, I need this one. And then it's kind of like, maybe I'm going to stop a bit. So Wolfpack, the community goal is to basically go and mine a bunch of stuff and then go hand it in, and then we'll gain access to a thing. That's basically it. Now I just want to check, make sure that's right, Chris. Okay, I'm glad that you know, because I'm like, okay, I believe you. See, this is supposed to be pristine. Cool. So it's pristine. Nice. Attack stick. Hello. Be a Wolfpack. Pro Rock. Yeah, you don't have to. It will be a global reward, but there's no harm in taking part. The more people that take part in it, it will reduce the. I think it reduces the unlock. Didn't say that, but I haven't actually signed up for the CG. Let me double check, because if we look at the Elite Dangerous Community Goals page, it says, here we go. Oh god, this is another really. I'm sorry, Frontier, but you've got to stop writing these things like this. Like, first off, let's just make sure we're not. Cool, we're not. So, it says each tier reached will further reduce the resources it's required for acquiring the modules in the first 2 weeks of availability, starting on the 12th of February 3307. Proto-radiolic alloys base requirements 16, reduced by 2 for each tier above 1. Conductive ceramics base requirement 24, reduced by 4 for each tier above 1. Hybrid capacitors base requirement 26, reduced by 4 for each tier above 1. Phosphorus base requirements 28, reduced by 4 for each tier above 1. Osmium requirements 10, reduced by 1 for each tier above tier 1. If the initiative is successful, the gift module to the top 75% pilots, blah. So yeah, it's kind of worth doing. It's worth it going through higher tiers. Plus, get another one for free. And then I could buy a bunch of them. It's pretty cool. This could be the start. This could be the start of something pretty nifty. Yeah, I said nifty. I know. Where we could get the engineered frameshift drives again, which would be well worth having. Well, we're just going to drop into the ring because there's no hotspots. No hotspots for this stuff, so obviously we're going to drop in and we're going to get scanned immediately. For some reason there just happens to be someone there in the infinite bit of space that we're in. Yet somehow they will turn up. There they are. There they are. Elliot Gaming, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just like, oh no. But yeah, they've got to stop. I think the community goals are getting really badly written at the moment. And it's bothering me a little bit. So that is definitely leaving me somewhat bothered. Rufus, what I'm talking about is there was a community goal reward a while back, and in it you got a double engineered frameshift drive. So it had 2 primary effects on it and then 1 experimental. So it meant that you were actually able to go in and re-engineer one of them for a better effect, or change the experimental, sorry, for a better effect, which is well worth doing. So it's good. Elliot, thanks. I grew it myself. So yeah, it was the double engineered FSD that we're talking about. So yeah, really, really good. And I've got 1, but I'd like to have more. Yeah, but yeah, they don't make sense, do they? It's not just me. Oh, come on. Right, let's get our little mining thing going on. Picard, hello, how you doing? Get prospecting and find out what we're looking for. That's got nothing that we're after. We're just going to be prospecting random rocks. We're going to work our way towards the planet, so we know that we're not going to go over old ground. Oh, okay, we are after samarium. That is one of the ones we're after. But what we need to do... It'd be nice if some of the bits actually came off. Oh, it's going to be on my ignore list as well. Right, remove that from our ignore list. Off we go. I should probably open my cargo scoop. But yeah, samarium, essentially. I haven't even... I didn't get the point defense. Didn't get it. Didn't bother. Didn't take part in it. Wasn't feeling too well. Didn't get it. So I'm off to samarium, osmium, and basically anything I can find, really, out of those 2. I might have the wrong power... Oh, have I got the wrong power distributor on here? I bet I have. Oh, Hybrid Guardian. Okay, that's the correct one then. Let's turn back towards the planet. So we start facing the right way. See, now already I'm at this. Have I prospected that one? Don't know. Give it a go. Commander Crusher, hello, how you doing? Like, have we prospected? Don't know. Yeah, we did prospect this one. Like a mug. So yeah, it's going to be a reasonably chilled out spot of mining, I guess, today. Not everyone's favourite, I know. Indite and Galite. Junk. What? See now, someone commented on my last stream that I don't have the keybound for my cargo scoop, and I'm like, nah, of course I don't. I definitely should. Like, it's much smarter if I did. But the problem is, I'm at this point now where I'm like, oh, I wish I had it now. And it's like, oh, I don't know what's. If I bind it to something, then I'm never going to remember. Or something else is bound to that same button that I don't remember what it is. Prorock, yeah, at least it's not slavery mining. Are we going to talk about that? I was going to talk about it in a video. Okay, so I'm literally going to sit down and talk about it and be like, look, here's the thing. But I could go into it now because less people are going to watch this than watch a video. My thoughts, right, in case anyone doesn't know what's happened, is basically a group of players were recruiting new players pretty much out of the starter systems, and they were getting the I think it's hilarious. Getting them to get on their carrier, give them a mining build, give them some money, right, essentially, get them in a mining build, then they'd take the carrier, jump somewhere else, and then buy the commodity off of them for a real budget price. Now, the problem is that the those miners that joined were new players, and they didn't have the jump range to be able to leave, so they were stuck. They were basically stuck. Okay, so some hyperbole for you. They were being taken hostage, because I think that's utter garbage. I don't think they're being taken hostage. Taken advantage of, yeah. Being trolled big time. Is it a little bit funny? Yeah. In my head, it's a little bit funny, but it's also what is referred to as a dick move. So the same way that what I find to be a little bit funny would be going into like a major mining spot, turning up next to someone and just use nothing but collectible limpets and steal all of their mined goods. I find that quite funny. Also a bit of a dick move. So anyway, that's what's happened. And Roger, yeah, of course I could have done. Of course, yeah. And this is why I don't have too much sympathy. I'm not like gonna be like, oh, it's the worst thing ever. It's slavery. Blah 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 blah. No. There's actual slavery still going on in the world. So let's not go and compare it to something that's real. It's just a bit of light trolling in a computer game, essentially. Now, these people have now learnt how to mine from it, then how to put a mining build together. That's important. They've learned some things from it, so it's not like it's not completely without its payment. Also, they would have made some credits from it too. Not a huge amount if they were to go and sell them elsewhere. But the thing is that you go on any Elite Dangerous forum, anywhere, and this could be Facebook, YouTube, live streams, the actual Frontier forums, and you ask the question about oh help, I'm stuck and I can't leave the system because my jump range isn't high enough. Everyone would go and tell you what to do. They tell you how to do the suicide wonder, and take your noob wonder back to your star system. Job done. If possible, buy a new ship from the carrier on. Just buy a sidewinder, leave, so you don't lose your own ship. Great idea. But yeah, apparently they're being recruited fresh out of the starter systems. And I just don't know if it's... it's very... You'd find it on Reddit even, about the suicide winder. So there's all these things, absolutely... I feel the information's everywhere. And yeah, okay, you are being taken a bit advantage of. And you know what? This is, and I hate to say this term, this is emergent content. It's emergent content. It's a fantastic way to let you know that there are people in this game who are total scumbags, because there are. Everyone plays. Oh, don't do that. Don't say that, Pro Rock. Don't say that. I hate that. You know I hate that. But here's the thing, it's a computer game. You can log out and you can Google stuff. Like, there are certain things in real life, if you were enslaved, you couldn't go and Google, how do I stop being a slave? You wouldn't find out. But in Elite, you'd be able to go and you can go and find some stuff out. But the thing is that there are really limited ways to interact with there are ways to interact with people, or sorry, there are so many limited ways to interact with people in Elite Dangerous. Shoot, wing up, use limpets on, ram into, anything else. And from that, messaging people, starting people, getting them and tricking them. And the thing is, it's just a light tricking, really. And I just can't. I don't think it's a huge deal. I do think it's a dick move. And then I don't know these people that did it. I don't know who they are. I don't know any of their names. I don't know if they're part of player groups or anything like that. So I don't know this. I know that the Whole Seals have been involved in launching a rescue mission, and apparently there's about 30 commanders ish, right? 30 commanders. That's the idea, is that it's 30 commanders that have been affected by this. And they went and said, "Oh, this is how you mine low temperature diamonds or void opals." So and that's the idea behind it. I just don't. It's apparently only 3 carriers were reported as well that were doing this, and so you're like, okay, well, if it's just 3 carriers, then it's no big drama, and that's it. It's but I can understand the frustration. But if it had happened to me, I would have gone, "Oh, I'm bored of this now. I want to leave. How can I leave?" And I'd just go look. I'd just go and Google it, or I'd go and do whatever. I wouldn't feel like I was trapped. But the risk of you getting on someone's carrier that you don't know is that you will end up somewhere you can't get back from. And that's a very real thing that can happen no matter what you do, no matter which carrier you get on, regardless of someone's intentions. So, I don't know. But yeah, I don't. I mean, things, Roger. That's what you did there. Very, very different. Very, very different. If you're you get them in there for the wing trade dividends. This isn't what these people are doing. So, but yeah, it's just a bit like a. Oh, osmium here as well. So that's good. We want osmium also. Very different. So Spocket, no you don't. No you don't. But you can tell people to stay there until you go, "Oh, I'm jumping at this time." Yeah, the thing is, Chris, I know that we here's the thing, right? Is that oh, what am I doing? Why am I firing off Prospector again? So distracted. If you get in the back of a stranger's van because he offers you free candy, right, then you haven't been taught very well. Everyone should know you don't get in the back of someone's van for free candy, right? And we know that in real life. I think people know that, right? And like you say, Chris, kids know that. I think even dogs can judge people as being bad and have bad intentions. I just think it's Stephen, yeah, you did join at a strange time. I just think people need to remember that people are a dick bags. Like, anyone can be a dick bag anywhere. I just think that's a bit of a... It's a shame it happened, for sure, and it's not good it's happened. And I'm not trying to... I'm so not trying to victim blame. And also, they're not even victims. It's just not... You know? It's like that. Vane, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing alright. See, Hunter, you think it's funny? Yeah. I also think it's a bit funny. Like, I think it's genuinely really smart to do as well. So, here's the thing, right? I think you have to be very intelligent to custom design a virus and to use it as a biological weapon. You have to be very intelligent to do that. I also think you have to be very intelligent in order to create a vaccine for a virus. Now, I appreciate the intelligence, not necessarily the motivation, if that makes sense. I'm separating those two out. And yeah, Stephen, it does a bit. I think it's great, but here's the thing. If they're horrible people, they're horrible people, but I don't know them. And I'm not going to go out of my way to go and find out. I always love to hear two sides of a story. But I always try and look at things objectively as well. And I'm trying to be objective about this. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, it's a bit funny. Like, it is honestly a bit funny. Like, I appreciate the... Yeah, alright, it is devious. The actions are 100% devious. But imagine getting away for it. If they have carriers that are absolutely freaking loaded with commodities because they were smart enough to come up with an idea, then they should 100% keep their money. 100% should keep the money. Like, for sure. They should keep the money. Vane, feel free to lurk. It's reasonably encouraged. You're professionally lurking if you've said hello, so well done. That is very important, actually. To be a top quality lurker on Twitch, you have to say hello at least once. So if you are watching on Twitch and you haven't said hello, you've got to say hello at least once. 'Tis the rules. Minnie, can you not? Because I feel like you're gonna come and mess with me, and I don't want to be messed with today. You're not feeling it. Yeah, forge your own path is an important one. I don't want any boops, Minnie. No, thank you. Actually, Prorock, no, it wasn't. TCB, I think it should be. I think it should be. But yeah, I don't think any rules, naming and shaming them, like naming these people, would 100% be in breach of the terms. So I think even saying someone's carrier ID number is a bit, I would call it questionable. Actually, Chris, yeah, to be fair, combat logging, anyone that combat logs is breaking the rules, but they don't. They rarely enforce it. So Stephen, you're saying you handed in 1,000 bromelight yesterday for the bunch. Oh no! Classic. Killer Clown, hello, how you doing? So TCB, there are no hotspots for these materials. Okay, so combat logging, Rainbow, and I'm going to give you the correct definition, not the opinion, not the one that's invented. Now, the definition is task killing the game to prevent a negative action from taking place. Using task kill. Not many logging is one thing, which is totally acceptable under terms and conditions and is not a combat log, for clarity. Combat logging is purely listed as you're in combat, you're going to get blown up, and what you do is you task kill the game. That's it. TCB, no, there are no osmium hotspots, like I said. But yeah, that's it. That's kind of that's what it's like. It's oh, Stephen, there are bromellite hotspots, are there? I did not know that. Yeah, Hunter, they shouldn't lose their money at all. And here's the thing: people will say they should. So I'm like, no. No, yeah, nah. That's what I've got to say about that. I don't think they should. 100% Rainbow, 100% you should do. I think here's the thing: it's like it's so easy to get credits now, and credits the only thing that you lose when it comes to taking part in PvP. But I think it's a way of doing something stupid or something and having no consequences. And in a game where you take time to earn credits, then really you should. Actually, you know what? We're going to grab Painite. You know what? There's some Painite here anyway, so I'm just going to grab it. So what I'm mining for, TCB, is I'm mining for samarium, osmium, and I've actually decided if I come across Painite, I'm going to grab some Painite too. Let's make sure. Oh, whoa. Oh no. Nightbot, dude, thank you so much. You're at work. Well, I hope you are working hard and keeping yourself out of trouble. Silver and osmium. Oh no. I had osmium on my ignore list. Oh no. Oh no, what a mug. There shouldn't be any osmium on this rock either. Oh, that's because it's all far away. But yeah, I think this is one to be left in the hands of the community, I reckon. It was a community action. Oh, where am I mining? I'm mining in Gliese 9407. But you can mine at anywhere with pristine metallic rings. But yeah. I just think, no, like Pro was saying, no harm done. And no harm has been done. It's smart. Okay, so Stephen, the rewards are a reduction in unlocking cost of the missile module from tech brokers at the end of the CG for 2 weeks. The higher the working way through the CG, the higher the discount. Plus you get cash as well. So yeah, that's the it is a bit of a it's written in a peculiar way. I felt that there's a lot of here you go. Also, if you're in the top 75%, you get one of the modules for free. So yeah, it's not super. Like, I wouldn't be doing it, particularly if I didn't want another one of the modules for free. If it wasn't something for free. But at the same time, I'm going to want to unlock it after. So I'll take that, because it's going to save me materials. So why wouldn't I? It's in my benefit. Because am I going to create a ship that has all, like, fitted out with nothing but these missile launchers? Yeah, I am. Why not? Like, yeah, I've got pack hands, but these are already engineered. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Plus, it is something to do. Because otherwise, it's kind of a, what else am I going to do in Elite? Just fly around shooting stuff again? I'm better than that. I'm definitely better than that. What we're going to do as well is we're going to bring the carrier over. Yeah, see, AX combat. Before I go and do AX combat TCB, I need to do a bunch of material collecting. So I'm kind of putting that off, if I'm honest. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump it in, because that's going to make restocking a little bit easier. So yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, so I know what you mean, Minnie. The community, it depends how. Actually, you know what? It really does depend on how much it pays in credits. I think that's going to be a bit of a deciding factor. But either way, I'm going to do it, so it's fine. No, thank you, Chris. No, thank you. So Joseph, the way it's going to work is going to be you'll go to Tech Broker, you hand materials in to unlock it. Then once you've got it, you can then just purchase it at outfitting, and that's it. The same way it does with every other Tech Broker module. Vass, yeah, because it was the guys from the Squeaking Fuel podcast, who honestly I've not heard of before this. That says nothing about them. It says more about me, because I'm not as in the middle of the community as I used to be at all. I'm nowhere near as involved as I once was. But yeah, it's they were talking about it, and yeah, they had someone from the Wholesales, I think it was, Mr. Purple. Just like, oh god, like I always struggle with people's credibility if you refuse to be the one that stands up and says something, because this guy won't be targeted in any way, shape, or form, like, for doing it. He's done a service, so I say, wear it. I'd bust this thing wide open, go for it, kind of thing. That's what I would have gone for. But yeah, I don't think it's too much of a big deal. See, I learned how to play on my own, and there were plenty of moments I could have rage quit. I'll tell you that much. The first time I went bounty hunting and didn't understand that a Sidewinder couldn't take out anything on its own. What's a wing? I don't know what a wing is. I don't know what a wing of enemies are. I didn't know that at all. Didn't have a clue. I ran out of fuel twice before I learned that you could refuel at stations. I didn't understand what a fuel scoop was. All this stuff. Like, there's so much stuff I didn't know, but I learned. Like, oh, where am I going to get a fuel scoop? Where do I get a fuel scoop? Where do I get a fuel scoop? I don't know where to get a fuel scoop. I don't know where to get a fuel... Where am I supposed to get a fuel scoop from? I don't understand. Where are fuel scoops? And then eventually I land at a station and there's a fuel scoop there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because one of the first videos I ever saw was someone going, I can't believe this right now. I'm scooping fuel from a star. This is incredible. Oh my god, it's amazing. I was like, wow, that is freaking cool. I remember watching it thinking, that is amazing. This is pre-release. So I'm all about learning how to play. Oh no, Chris, it'd take more than that for making me rage quit. Far more than that. I'm I'm a StarCraft player now. It takes a hell of a lot to make me rage quit anything. I didn't know the meaning of rage until playing StarCraft. But here's the thing, so I worked it all out on my own. But then I've also made videos on tutorials of how to do stuff. So, do I think it could be easier? Yeah. Is it good that there's ways to find out and inform people? 100% yeah. Like, I'm not so mean that if someone were to come in my chat and ask how to do something, I say, tough, work it out on your own. I'm going to help people out. Because it's called not being a dick, you know? And that's what it's all about, not being a dick. It's actually remarkably easy, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, to not be a dick. Just saying. It is actually remarkably easy to not be that guy. I'm not taking heat damage at 99%. Thank you very much, ship computer. So Rainbow, you ran out of fuel for the first time a few weeks ago. Nice, well done. I say well done. But yeah, the fuel rats, great service. Considering it's unpaid for, they require nothing. It's kind of thing like you'd buy them a beer if you met them, the person that saved you, wouldn't you? I think that's why community meetups are fantastic, and such a shame we've not had one for ages, and can't have them. Like, thinking back, especially LaveCon, and I would have gone to LaveCon last year as well. It's a bit like, oh. Well, Rainbow, it happens. It happens. And the thing about Elite Dangerous is almost anything can happen. What is that set out there? Chromium. I'm assuming I'm full on chromium. Says Spocket. It's a push.
Hello there.
They're like the polar opposite. Bandit Killer, thank you for the follow. Good news is today is that I got all of my stream equipment out well and truly in advance, so it meant Alfred had plenty of time to mess things up and then leave it alone. Alright Minnie, take care dude. Enjoy your breakfast tacos.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking
But yeah, it's pretty a good job, because otherwise he would be doing the same thing that he was doing before, which was jumping up and down and smacking the monitor and knocking the camera over and stuff. So sensible. I'm learning. I am slowly but surely improving things. So Harbinger, this week's CG is... Oh, you platted me. So this week's CG is basically we get some mining commodities, go hand them in, and then from there, once you've handed them in, it's to essentially help get unlocks for the double-engineered missile launcher that we had a while back from CGs. But yeah, the community goal is to help reduce the unlock requirements for it. Oh, but seriously, people do it to me all the time on purpose, so I never know. Aldrin, I'm doing fine, thank you. Afternoon here, rather droll, and miserable. Pretty sure it's a word, not just dull. But yeah, it's no Stephen, no Lightbox casualties. It could say, yeah, I mean Alfred is training me well. he is such a pest. Sometimes. Other times he's brilliant. He knows it as well. He knows exactly what he's up to. Knows full well what he's up to. Alright, so Chris, Oxy, he's had a bit of a major lifestyle change, I guess. He's moved and stuff. I haven't spoken to him for ages, but I know he has been around. He's like popped up in Discord every now and then. Haven't had a proper chat though. Mike, honestly, no. I don't think so. If you've got anything else to do in Elite, probably better off doing that. But yeah, it's yeah, that's kind of it really. Oh, and when am I getting vaccinated? I had my first one on Monday, Chris. Had the first one. So I'm getting the Pfizer vaccine. So I had the first one on Monday, and all it did was just gave me an achy arm. Achy arm made me really tired, which isn't super because I'm pretty tired anyway. There's medicine side effects, so it's kind of it happens, I guess. It's to be expected. Probably better than getting COVID, that's for sure. But yeah, what's frustrating? There are still people that are clinically extremely vulnerable who haven't been getting it, who haven't had it yet. But I know that there are GP surgeries out there that are contacting non-vulnerable people and getting them in last minute, and it's a bit like, I'm pretty sure vulnerable patients would be well up for it. But there you go. So yeah, second one should be in a few weeks. Should be. That will be last minute again, I'm sure. But yeah, then I can, I guess, relax a little bit. It's not so much about me relaxing about it. Probably more my wife, to be honest. I know Mrs. Plater's probably going to feel better knowing that it's far less likely that I'm going to get it. But we will obviously wait and see when I get it. English is here's the thing, right? There is no way on earth that a vaccine will not help. That's the way I see it. It's like, in general, that's to me that's a given. Vaccines work. Full stop. It definitely will help. What worries me is that I'm going to probably bother lots of people by saying that I don't understand why some people aren't going to have it. It's based on existing technology. It's not new. It's not anything that we don't know about when it comes to it. Like, if it just reduces it. And Chris, good on you, man. Like, really good on you. Respect. But the thing is, Stephen, so far I know that with the vaccines we have, they all work on the variants that have popped up so far. I say so far because you can't guarantee the future, can you? But it's a like, if you rule out one variant, does that not still help? Like, it's not going to get to the point where eventually where it's like having the flu vaccine, but Scott, yeah, and all of them are still affected by the vaccine. But it's not simple. It's not. It really isn't a simple task. And here's the thing: like, humans live on top of each other compared to other animals. We travel huge ranges, and we do leave ourselves completely open to this. So it's
Asteroid scan complete.
unfortunately something this dangerous. I mean, even the words herd immunity when there are 100,000 people have died in the UK alone over that. It's just not. It doesn't wash with me.
Asteroid scan complete.
But yeah. No, English is. I don't think you're an anti-vax or anything, don't worry. Yeah, I mean, obviously you get to the point where it's like, you know, we've got what? We're not sheeple. Outrageous. But yeah, I mean, it's surely no easy task, and I mean, I could bang on about this for ages. I get really frustrated about certain things, so I'm not going to do it on stream. Not here. Not when we're here for gaming to escape these things. We're gonna steer away from it. Is what we're gonna do. If that's okay with everybody, because I think it'd be best if we did. I seem to have hit a lot of indite, which is not what I'm looking for here. Okay, carry jump has happened. Good. Yeah, it's all about a mining rampage, isn't it? Every time BJ's put the system lockdown, yeah. Well, easily enough. Funnily enough, sorry. The BGS state lockdown is caused by people conducting lots of murderous activities in systems. So if you murder lots of innocents or system security, then a system will go into lockdown. It's not good. Hey, some samarium. Hooray! Finally what we're looking for. So yeah, osmium, samarium, and if I find painite, I'm just going to mine some painite too. Seems like the smart thing to do. No, Chris, painite isn't on the list, but it still pays okay, so I might as well grab it whilst I'm there. It's one of those. It's pretty good. Question is, has the well, Chris, it's always good to be sensible. Here's the thing, like, if I had loads of money in the bank and someone offered to give me £10, and they went, no, we're just giving it to everyone. I mean, I'd be like, okay, why not? Especially if I'm going to mine the rock anyway. It's one of those things. If I'm going to mine the rock, I might as well do it. Also, I didn't like that where it said finery full. Yeah, basically, it's no harm in getting some extra tons of painite along the way, because I do have a carrier to pay for, and I've only had 6 tons so far. This is feeling so slow going. It's like, oh, it's slow. It'd be nice if it was faster. I haven't even signed up for the CG yet, so I don't know what point we're at.
Scan complete.
Let's have a little look on the site. So 970 tons have been dropped in so far. There's going to be a lot of people loading up carriers for sure.
Programming limpet drone.
Not like that isn't my intention also. Oh, see, I literally just refreshed the page. Oh, so the website doesn't update as quickly as in game.
Prospector limpet engaged.
11 contributors and 111 tons. Well, 1,111.
Complete.
You know what, Chris? That is something that I would probably do. But I have to go to a station to sign up. I can't sign up on my own carrier, which is a shame. All the ones we jet, all of them. There are none left.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
I'm making that face because I'm looking at my heat gauge when I start firing, and it takes longer for it to start going. In English, there is a single drop only. A wee flurble in Euribia.
Asteroid depleted.
That's where you need to go. Now I'm at this rock here. Have I done this one?
Programming limpet drone.
Don't know.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet
Probably.
engaged.
Andreas, no. I won't.
Scan complete.
I like my Type 9. And I really dislike... I like this Type 9. I really dislike the cutter. I don't like how it handles.
Programming limpet drone.
But yeah, there's going to be carriers all over the shop. But on the plus side, I don't think any of these things come from cores, so that's always good.
Prospector limpet engaged.
German aviator, I'm guessing you're not a very good
Complete.
aviator. If your suggestion is boosting into rock. Andreas, it depends what you want from your handling. When you're just going from rock to rock like this, handling is not hugely important.
Warning. Temperature critical.
It's one of those. It's like I've got everything I need
Taking heat damage.
for laser mining. In a pretty dense room like this one, it doesn't particularly matter that much.
Asteroid depleted.
Yeah. In a cutter, you'll be fine. I have a size 4 shield. That's all I got. I think size 4? No, size 5. I think that's the smallest shield you can have on this thing. Oh, size 6 in fact. Wow, okay, well, that's really good. And it's engineered. Oh, engineered. Reinforced. Wow. I don't even know what I'm flying half the time. I'm not so concerned about efficiency. I think most people that know me know that I really don't care too much about efficiency.
Scan complete.
Because I'm just not a fan of the cutter as a ship in general. Too much drift, far too much drift, and that's when people say, "Oh, it handles better." I'm a bit like, Not a huge fan because it drifts a lot. So I don't think it has very good handling, personally. No, Chris, it's because I know what I'm like. I know what my flying's like. And I don't think it helped me last time.
Warning, temperature critical.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I thought they were they're all laser mining. Hi Nola, stop smack talking your cutter. I'm not smack talking your cutter. I'm just saying I don't like them a lot. Andreas, yes I do. I use an X52 Pro. Brian, cool story, bro. I don't really have much to add. Now, I probably could tweak this build that I've got here. Prince Habib, is there a location, or is there a place to look up? Which materials require laser mining versus core mining? Yes. Literally, if you Google it, there is the Elite Wiki, which will tell you. So, Glass, the current community goal is... Oh, it's really difficult to explain, but... It's really difficult to explain. Do you remember the double-engineered missile launcher from a few community goals back? Well, that is going to be added to tech brokers, and the CG will govern the unlock requirements for it for the first 2 weeks, essentially. And it's mining. I think that's the quickest way of doing it. Hey Kuro, how you doing? Having some chilled laser mining and not just looking for one thing for a change, which is quite nice. They want osmium, samarium, bromolite, some other stuff, something else. Woody, I think, or Woodai, yeah, I think a lot of people are hoping this could mean that that's going to be happening, which I'm all in for. I also hope that happens. There you go, lithium hydroxide. Hang on, Glass, why are you asking me? Why are you asking me? We need to Google it. Outrageous. You're just testing me to see what I know? I feel like I'm being put up on the block there. But yeah, I would love it if it's the case that we could then be able to unlock and buy them. Larger sizes would be amazing, wouldn't it? For the FSD. And I think that's one of the problems. It's like it's that Glass is alright, mate. I'm just having a laugh. I feel like the FSD would be just size 5, which is what it was. I'm like, ugh. No, Kuro, no, you can't be asking me that now. The thing is, Chris, is that you can't... The problem with cargo racks is that they only take up so much space, don't they? There's a limited or a finite amount of space available. And if you engineer one, you can't turn it into the TARDIS. It's that what I would like is TARDISes. TARDISes. Every single cargo rack's a TARDIS from now on. But you can't double up on rack size, Chris. You can't take They're only a limited size. You can't make more space out of something. I'm like, no. This is one of these not so great ideas, Chris. This is I'm not letting you have it. No. There's no justifying it. There's no justifying how you could engineer a cargo rack to make it twice the size. Or make it bigger. It's like, no, we can't have it. Yeah, Brian, the problem with the Corvette being a warship is that it's not designed to jump long ranges. That said, I have seen people make exploration versions, and I'm like, no. How dare you? When yeah, it's my exploration Corvette. It's like, nope. No, you jumped the shark, mate. Stop it. Put it back. You put guns on that thing, and lots of armour, and lots of shields, and then you clear off. That's where it's got to go. Dean, good afternoon. How are you doing? It's like, you apologise to that Corvette, and you give it guns. Yeah, Rainbow, it is. Exactly, it is exactly that. And I like it. I like it because of it. That's like one of the reasons why I really like it. I like the aesthetics of the Corvette. I just realised this rock where I'm lasering it looks like it has a really sad, distressed face. Where I'm lasering the eyes, the nose, and there's the mouth underneath. That's weird. I don't know if I wanted to notice that. It's like, laser it in the face. Like, oh no. Oh dear. That's a thing that I noticed now. Giving it some cosmetic surgery, Chris, that's all. I'm getting rid of that pesky bits of stuff that I didn't want on it. It didn't want to have any of the samarium in it. It's fine, it didn't want that. Performing surgery on rocks, that's what it is. Not griefing them. You can't grief a rock. Oh look, more samarium. Very nice. Dear. I'm not sure that'll ever happen again, you know. There are all the rocks out there. Will I ever see one with a face again? I don't know. I might have to be like just the right range away from it. Had to be spinning at the right point, lasering the right side of that particular rock. And obviously there will be other rocks that look like it, but does that mean it's the same one? No, it doesn't. What a weird thought. Weird. This is Space Madness, the beginning of Space Madness. So Glass, you're saying that you got a bad RTX 370 and it died? Dude, that sucks. But you have a replacement, which is good. It's like, you had me in the first half, I'm not going to lie. If the rocks talk, Chris, obviously it's going to tell me where to find Raxler. That's what will happen. You'll be like, oh yeah, watch the laser on my face, by the way, bro. This is where you go and find Raxler. I mean, there could be. Honestly, I still don't think Raxxla exists. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it's real at all. Not remotely. And the thing is that no one can prove me wrong, either. Because until it's found, it might as well not exist. It's Schrodinger's Raxxla. Either it's already... No, the thing is, if it was in the game, file dippers would have found it. Which is an a-hole thing to do, by the way. File dipping is bad. You shouldn't be doing it. But yes. Anyway. Yeah, motherships of Thargoids. I mean, that's far more interesting, because that probably has some decent gameplay into it. But then at the same time, maybe Raxxla will get put in Odyssey, because it's something you can go and do on the ground. And the gameplay hasn't supported it yet. How's that for a theory? And if anyone goes and posts anywhere and says, Commander Plater says Raxxla's going to come in Odyssey. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it was a thing. Dorcha, so Odyssey is going into alpha early spring. This year. Then it's launching in late spring on PC this year. And on console, it is going to be in... Here's the thing, Pro Rock. Here's the thing. You say I'm wrong. But what you're referring to is one quote that no one can find anywhere, either from a live stream or from a forum post, where someone from Frontier said that someone had moved through the system and left without scanning it. Now, no one can find the source of this quote. Here's the thing though, Pro Rock. If it isn't said formally, then it isn't necessarily true. If it's not announced, if it's not published formally, if it's not on it isn't. And here's the thing, and Scorb knows this as well. Because things change. It's important, you've got to remember that one. Yeah, Hunter, I am going to... I am going to try it out. And also, Brian, Drew doesn't know. Because there were certain things that Drew was allowed to write about and he wasn't allowed to write about. And Raxxla was like a... You can't say where it is. You're not allowed to say where it is. I don't know if he's looked at the Bible or seen the Bible, because there is an Elite Dangerous Bible that Frontier have, the Law Bible, and I don't know whether or not he has seen it in there. But no, it's the talk of the someone's done that. Here's the thing, right? At an event, at a thing, and you say it. I asked last time I saw Dav Stott, the server dude. Like, he's a little bit more than that. That's a really played down version. Oh, see, Drew said he doesn't know where Raxxla is. There you go. So, I asked Dav about the space dredgers. I went, where are the space dredgers? And he's like, what space dredgers? I like, just so you know, Dav, we have seen them in game. They popped up in an update, and then they were removed, and they disappeared. And his response was, "Oh damn!" So this is kind of it isn't as tied together as information we know versus information that can be said. So that's an example of something that couldn't be said that was known by us, but, like the existence of them. He was like, well, we don't talk about them. I don't know what we're talking about. Same kind of thing. So individuals can say whatever they like. Individuals can say whatever they like, but until there is a formal published statement on either an official live stream or a forum post, do not take anything as gospel. Like, don't. For your benefit, it's for your benefit. The same way that, according to Steam, it's like what, April 12th is the launch date for Odyssey, but that's not confirmed. Until it's confirmed by Frontier, don't believe it. And that's even what Frontier say. Until we confirm something, don't believe it. But yeah, dredges. I don't know why dredges aren't. Romeo Kilo, thank you for the follow. Me attempting to stop people from disappointing themselves there. But yeah, dredges were in the game, and then they disappeared. And it's like, well, where'd they go from? No, Commander Glass, you see, that's the thing, right? Is that it's formal channels. It's formal channels which is important. That is the important bit. So, also Slam Dunk, you say that, but a lot of the time, I don't watch much stuff Stupidly Dangerous on YouTube at all. And when and that's me as a player of Elite Dangerous. Now, before, when I worked and had a person's job, I never did anything involving customer service at home. I didn't look it up. I didn't research it. I didn't read any of a customers are idiot posts on YouTube, on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. I didn't touch it. Same way that I imagine a dentist doesn't want to stare into mouths when they get home, I would think. Josh, Pay Night is still decent. It still pays well. It's not particularly what I'm after at the moment. In particular, I am hunting for osmium and samarium. Yeah, I'm still going to continue playing Elite. I like the game. I like the game. I love the community. So I would never just ditch it. Small breaks every now and then for I guess the health of my gaming enjoyment. But yeah, dredges, I don't know why they went away. That's the thing, is that they were in and then they disappeared. So I'm a bit like, why'd they go? Why'd they get taken out? Figueroa. There you go. Server ED very bad. Yo, multiplayer. Do you mean it's bad for multiplayer? There aren't servers, mate. That's the well, there are servers, but it's all peer-to-peer, which can cause issues. Which unfortunately they're maintaining peer-to-peer networking in Odyssey, which is a bit of a concern. I'm worried how it's all going to match up. I have my concerns about that. About that, my concerns I had. I am somewhat concerned that it's not going to work very well. Brian, they were scenery pieces basically. That's what dredges were. When they were in the game, that's what they were, just scenery pieces. Lore-wise, they were supposed to have been used to dredge up bits of broken starship. which is why we don't run into huge quantities of garbage all over the place. That's the idea behind it. That was supposed to be. But yeah, I don't know. I imagine they would function much like a megaship in a megaship scenario, and that might be why they were removed, is because they knew scenarios were going to be on the way in, and they wouldn't necessarily match up with the gameplay. Could be something like that. Or something wasn't right. I don't know. Kira, yeah, it is likely to be those that are geographically closer to each other will have a better time. But there is so much stuff I'm looking forward to doing in Odyssey when it launches, and 100%. The whole idea of being on foot, next to someone in an SRV, next to someone in a ship, flying around at the same time. I'm into it. Like, I'm 100% into it. Like, I need it. It's the gameplay I need. Like, that's it. That's my... Oh no. Let's see if we fire this one off. Brian, yeah, I mean, I think most of the debris around Earth is just going to eventually drop into the atmosphere and burn up, isn't it? But do you ever wonder what happens with that then? Does it then get dropped in heavy particles in rain eventually in the atmosphere? It's some things I don't know, and how to say I don't know. That's one of them. But 100% looking forward to it. I can't, and looking forward to streaming it as well, because it's going to be literally when it launches. It's going to be, I'm going to have my initial "wow, this is insane" reaction to it, because I will. I really, really will. But then on top of that, it's going to be the okay, guys, what do we need to go and break? And that's when I'm going to recruit some people from my Discord to get involved, so that we can go and try these things out. But yeah, looking forward to it for sure. Canon, you're saying really hope proper atmospherics would come at some point. You worry Odyssey will be the last big thing for Elite. Yeah, agreed. I have always said that I would rather have had atmospherics. Phase, yeah, I definitely won't. That's for sure. And it's gonna be tough to claim the ones that I want to claim as well. That's good. More importantly, I think it's gonna be tough. Slam Dunk, you say that, but there's going to be a lot of people who are going to want to have the full gameplay experience, or at least I'm going to want to have the full gameplay experience. I'm going to want to have that full triangle of combat, spherical triangle of combat, where I am going to be able to go and do one thing, then go off and then do another, in like all at the same time. Obviously, I've spoken about trying it out purely on foot, but I think that's going to be more of an account wipe situation, and I'll try that out, and I think that's going to be pretty good. Biffcake, yeah, there will be issues at launch, 100%. It's going to be absolutely rammed, that's for sure. And I've spoken about it before, that the smarter thing to do is, because the alpha period is very short. Right, the alpha period is going to be very, very short for the number of bugs that are inevitably going to be in there. And Frontier even said that they're going to be continuing to fix and rebalance and patch between Odyssey launching on PC as a launch and oh, Martin, if you do pre-order, use my affiliate link in the stream. It helps me out, I guess. We'll get it back. And then that launch on console, they're just going to be so... I don't think it's going to be... It feels like a beta. It feels like they're going from alpha into beta. but it's not being called that. But it's going to be a beta, but with lasting implications. And I don't know if the lasting implications of planets being claimed with being first footfall tags, that console missing out on that is a bit rubbish. That's a bit rubbish.
Hello there.
Soul2792, thank you for the follow. I don't think it's right, because you could say, right guys, we're having alpha on we're having alpha at in spring, beta in summer, full launch in August. Or well, I say August. I assume August is when the console going to see it. Full launch in autumn, and I don't. But yeah, like a beta would feel far more sensible. Have a beta, because you're going to do all these bug fixings, and then you have to test them anyway. And here's the thing: I totally understand. I totally understand why you may do the alpha and beta on PC and then launch on console, because the console development cycle being very different to computers. That you can't just say computers, can I? Show my age. To PC, because you can't just push updates down the pipe all the time. There's a certification process with Microsoft and Sony, so it doesn't work. But I think that's something where it creates a division where one need not be. I'm not minding something that's only got 4%. I refuse to do that. I'm better than this. Now, Phase, you asking me, do I think in 2021 that a fade to black for getting out of your vehicle is good enough? No. 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 No, not at all. I would accept an animation. Like I would 100% accept an animation that's guided and you can't. I don't need to walk around my ship. I've always said this. I don't need to walk around it. Because there's no gameplay to support it. So this initial, you can't even walk around your ship. What would you do? What would you do? Like, we've been stuck in our ships for 5-6 years, and I want to get out. I want to walk around. I want to get out on a planet's surface. I want to feel what it's like. You know, that's what I want. So I don't. Yeah, slam dunk. It would get old quick as well. The running around your ship to get out would get really old. I don't. That would bore me. But a short animation, totally fine. We've got animations for when our guns come in and out when we're restocking. That's a bit of a pain in the backside still. But we have them. Why can't we have that for players getting off ships? You know. One of my concerns, one of my big concerns about it, is that when it comes to this ship animations, getting out your ship stuff, is that there's a selection of choices of why it's not in there. Like, there's a selection of ideas. One, no one thought we'd want it. That's the terrifying one. That's a really terrifying one. Two, it was thought about being done, but it was cut because of the amount of work involved, and they wanted to still be able to deliver us something that we would enjoy. That's not such a big deal. I understand they're increasing the size of Elite Dangerous essentially massively and changing the scale of it. Like, that's not so bad. Slam Dunk, yeah, well, yeah. They said that the existing transition mechanics would carry over. They mentioned that in their Q&A from last week. But yeah, I just don't. And Hunter, yeah, I think you're right, and that's a big change for like compared to Star Citizen. Star Citizen is built from feet up, whilst Elite's built from spaceship down, and it was being built from spaceship down. And for you to flesh out an entire spaceship you have to have some gameplay to support it. And this is one of the things that bothers me about Star Citizen, is the running around your ships and getting lost whilst trying to find the cockpit. Like, we played it and we stole a Reclaimer. A Reclaimer is a massive freaking ship in Star Citizen. Huge. It's designed, it's supposed to be a salvage vessel, right? And it's got that real feel of the Nostromo from Aliens, like great atmosphere, fantastic. No gameplay. None. No gameplay, apart from running around and getting lost. And is that worse than not having the thing? I think it might be, because it's just frustrating. Like, getting in and out of the ship took 5 minutes. It was a nightmare. Total pain. You own one of those, Hunter. Oh my god. There's no gameplay, mate. That's the problem, there's no gameplay. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a beautiful work of art. I think they are works of art. The ships in Star Citizen, works of art. Apart from the Aurora, it looks like crap. But yeah, I'd rather have gameplay than I would do a pretty picture. You know? That's my thoughts around that. We're not finding any samarium osmium now tonight, man. But yeah, it's like no one wants to walk all the way around a station. Stations are huge. They're the size of a city. You're not gonna want to do that. So Stephen, you ask, is there an argument for the carrier bridge view? I don't know. Is there? I mean, I'm not fussed about it, but I would like to see it jump from external view. That'd be cool. Like, I feel it's a little bit boring. Like, that's kind of a... Some things need window dressing, because all the other transitions we have window dressing, don't they? Like, give me an external and internal view for fleet carrier jumps. Give me both. Commander Gloss. They're not going to. That's the thing. It's not. There's been no talk about it in any way at all. So, and also you can't. Can you imagine stealing someone's fully engineered ship? In Elite, that's a rebuy. Or you don't get to keep the ship, so there's no point in stealing it. Stuff. It's just they're not doing it though, are they? So if they were to add it in and it were to have this full gameplay, and I really try and I do my damnedest best to avoid a wouldn't it be cool if we had this, because wishcrafting is fantastic. But I just don't know with it, to be honest. I feel like I'm not. Like I say, I try and stay. Sorry, I got distracted by something. See, Commander Class, great idea, but like I say, the issue is that I'm trying to stay away from wishcrafting and talk about those things that we want, that we'd love to have. Because you've got to take everything with existing mechanics, because nothing is being taken away from Elite. Nothing is being taken away, and the things that are being added would need to mesh with them. And yeah, we're going to have first-person shooter mechanics. That is good. I will enjoy that. I will play that. I like first-person shooters. They'd have to be in a genre that I enjoy and unique. I'm not interested in Call of Duty or anything or any of those. But Doom, really, really like. Gonna get roasted for it. But I also really like. I really enjoyed Alien Colonial Marines when I played it. Because of the atmosphere and the crafting, and I think we're going to get that in Odyssey. I think we're going to get that kind of thing. But that whole kind of like jumping from ship to ship, I'm not doing that kind of stuff. I don't think so. And WeJet, you're right. The problem is that what happens is one person says that they want something, or they wish they had this. One person says, I want to have this. Next person goes, it needs to have this. Next person goes, it needs to have this, or the game's going to be rubbish. And it goes on from there. And it's I've jumped a few steps, but it slowly becomes that. And then before you know it, you get something that is perfectly functional and works, but it didn't have that thing that you wished it had, so it's rubbish. And it's not the only game it's happened with. Like, it really isn't. It happened in other games as well. And we know from past and fairly recent releases of games that that's what it's going to be like. For example, Cyberpunk. I loved Cyberpunk. I really enjoyed it. I played the absolute hell out of it. Absolute hell out of it. I've experienced a couple of different endings. I've gone through and I've done a few different startings. I've tried it different ways, different weapons, tried smart weapons, tried shotguns. I've done lots of stuff. Really enjoyed it. Now, I didn't really know what exactly would be in it. I was expecting it to be an RPG. I was thinking, right, it's made by CD Projekt Red, there's going to be some crafting in it, of course. It's Cyberpunk, you're going to be able to augment yourself, great. There's going to be conversation options, dipped in and out of the development as it happened. And I was like, yeah, this is good. Got into it, started playing it. It was good. I enjoyed it. The console release, yeah, it was a buggy mess. But it didn't change that the game and the actual gameplay involved could be good, and is good. They should never have made it for past generation stuff. Shouldn't have done it. So, I just don't. It's just kind of like it's a development decision. Tried to please too many people and then upset them instead. It's unfortunate. That happens. Obviously going to be some big patches, and that should improve the situation. But if that happened to Elite, so many people in Elite have this passion for it, which is incredible, because they're already in it, they're already playing it, and anything goes wrong, that's it, I'm not playing anymore. There are people in this chat now who have previously uninstalled the game because of something that happened in it. Oh god, I'm not playing it. And then they've come back. But you've still had that emotional response to, I'm not playing it, I'm not touching it anymore. And I don't think... I understand gaming is very important to people. It's very important to me. I've met some of my best friends through gaming, and I've made some great friends and found a support network when I needed it, which is brilliant. And we've raised huge amounts of money for charity and stuff. Without gaming, wouldn't have had it. Now, this whole losing their temper and uninstalling a game, I'm not playing this anymore, it's a piece of crap. I don't think I've ever done that. Yeah, it's just kind of like you don't have to have that emotional attachment to something, but we do, and we do. And Elite is so passionate, like they're so passionate, and passion is often to your detriment. Jormore, thank you very much for the follow. Joining in a full-on rant here. I'm really going for it because we're about the psychology of gaming next. But it's Elite attracts a certain type of player, for sure. I am one of those types of players. We get into it, we're very passionate and we're very much emotionally invested, but the frustration or the anger I don't understand. Frustration, sure. Anger, nah. That needs to be well left behind. Games are supposed to be something you enjoy. Don't get angry. Get frustrated, vent, move on. Very important. But anyway, moving on, because I'm pretty sure someone asked me a question in there, in amongst all of that. So, Loki loves games. You said you understand if they're using the newest version of the Cobra game engine. How do I think this will benefit Odyssey? I think it will have more detail. We'll have added some new tools to it for them to use, and I think it'll be good. So I think it'll be positive. I say good as in like not game good, but as in it'll be good for the development of it. I always recommend cautious optimism, Brian. Nemesis, what we're ranting about, games, game updates, hype trains. I think hype trains specifically, and how if you buy a ticket, don't complain about the ride, you know? Bit of that. But honestly, what question even started this? Actually, Chris, I've not bought more. It's just the same ones that I'm working on, just so we know. Like, I got frustrated with the Gnosis when that happened, and the reason why I got frustrated with it is because it was just. I think it's more of from a coaching, development, decision-making point of view. I often think that you've got an opportunity to learn from your mistakes, right? Every time you do something, there is an opportunity to learn. And I always translate this over into martial arts. And that's because I used to teach professionally. I used to teach kickboxing professionally and karate. And I used to train people for tournaments, for fighting, for bouts in cages and rings, right? And you had to get through to people quickly. You don't have time to keep banging your head against someone's elbow in a fight for you to turn it around. And you have to go time to learn quick. And you have to switch it at that point. You have to find something that delivers a point and says, okay, you're definitely barking up the wrong tree here. Every time you do this, this happens, do this instead. And you have to be that direct. And we have been often, as gamers, that direct with Frontier. And then the same thing happens, and it's tone deaf. You know, the tone gets wrong, and people get annoyed by it. Because I was annoyed by the Gnosis thing. I was annoyed by the idea that pilots started dropping meta alloys behind them, and we got told what we were doing. Because the Pilots Federation is humans. We're commanders, we're humans, that's what we are. And I don't like the idea of being told what you do. You know, this isn't Dungeons and Dragons. You're not being guided through the start of your storyline and now you have your free control. It's not what happens. Oh god. That kind of thing. It's kind of a little bit more respect for our time. And when they said with the Gnosis, well, what should we have said? No. I'm like, yeah. I spoke to Zach about this. Zach Anton actually at Frontier, and I spoke to him and I said to him, and he's like, the problem is that what you've done is really disappointing people. And he's like, well, should we have said no? And I'm like, yeah, you should have said no. You can't jump there. Sorry guys, that's an oversight. That system's meant to be permit locked. You can't jump there. Sorry. Done. Done. And also, what annoyed me about the Gnosis incident as well is that it turned from an exploration trip into an anti-Xeno trip. Because it was supposed to be, okay, cool, we're off going exploring this unknown sector of space. That's why I went. I didn't want to fight Hydras on the landing pad inside, getting blown up. I don't want to do that. But yeah, it's little things like that where it's kind of the attention to detail and maybe the foresight isn't quite there. By now, Frontier should know what their player base is like. And this comes back round to, oh my god, this all started off because we were talking about transitions in Odyssey. That's what we were talking about. Wow. Anyway, so there we go. That's what I was going to say. It's anyone got anything else they want me to really put to bed and kill? So So John Moy saying lots of news, whether positive or negative 3D. Can you fill you in, dude? So much has happened. Carriers fine, by the way. Carriers are fine. They're a great way of you transporting your entire fleet from one place to another. Well, that's good. I'm a big fan of that. I like my carrier for that reason. Big fan of carriers. Sure, they're a bit expensive, but I am a rich man, so it's fine. That's what I have to say about carriers. But not. It depends how far before carriers you played Jormor, because it's only been kind of 6-8 months. Combat buff, yeah, that's happened. That's good. All buffs, all buff for everything is good. So yeah, I'm all good with that one. Combat buff is good in all ways, shapes or form. Trading buff is good. Mining nerf is bad. There's still some tweaking that needs to be done around the massacre missions, though. They still don't feel quite right. Where I'm still seeing massacre missions where wing ones are getting paid more per kill. When you break it down, Galnet's back. Yeah, that's a big thing. Random Mamba is added. Oh, Jormor, in that case, yeah, lots of stuff changed. Okay, because the Mamba was added at the same time they did the exploration update and the mining update. So that's cool. There's a lot to get involved in. But you have missed out on the biggest mining rush in Elite ever. T1000. I'm going to call you T1000. Yeah, what brings me back to Elite? Community every time. That's my normal answer. Is community every single time brings me back. Also, I like flying spaceships. I like the feeling that I'm flying a spaceship. So for me, I don't think there's really any of the games out there that can quite capture that still. I think I'm genuinely invested. I spoke about this before. Yeah, definitely invested in it. I think it's I enjoy it so much. I think it's that, like, because I mean, I could, as obviously, this is the thing. I am, as a part-time content creator, and I say part-time, it's very important. It's a hobby, and I only play games that I enjoy. So I say I only play games that I enjoy, and I enjoy Elite. So I only create content on things that I enjoy. So I obviously must enjoy it. I don't shill for games. I've been sent plenty of free games, right, as a content creator that I thought were absolute garbage. You guys have never seen me play them for a good reason. I've been offered money to promote games, and I haven't because I thought they were complete garbage. I have flat refused. To the point where I've actually never had any money from anyone. So to go and stream any of their stuff or make videos on their stuff. Integrity, right here. Maita, hello, how you doing? Apparently I'm really ranting. I'm on a full-on rant mode today. I can't believe it. The mouth is running and the brain is really trying to stop it, but it can't. Maybe it's because I felt like crap most of this week, and then today I'm not. Well, it's not good. Oh, Maita, anything, everything. Just ask me. Would it be content creation? Whether it be Elite Dangerous Odyssey, all that kind of stuff. Oh, you're probably trailing all over the stop. So, should we talk about the Gundam box? Let's not talk about the Gundam box. So, John Ball, any tips? how you fix for credits. Go out and try a little bit of everything. Go out and try a little bit of mining again. Go out and try a bit of combat again, a bit of bounty hunting. That'll be really good for you because it feels very different. Slam dunk. Okay, so my I was but my trip to Frontier was a little bit different. My trip was, I say, different because what happened is I had just started chemotherapy when I found out about it. So I had been on chemo. Well, I knew I was starting chemo, should I say, and then the visit was going to be a week after I started it. And I'm like, I can't go because I didn't know about it until Greatest from the broadcast told me. And he got me on a Discord call and he's like, "Hey mate, just thought I'd let you know, we've arranged something for you." And he'd been talking to my wife, and my wife was like, "You need to tell him." Joe does not like, because my real name's Joe. Joe does not like surprises, and he will have just started chemotherapy. No one knows how he's going to be feeling, least of all him. We have no idea whatsoever what's going to be happening, how he's going to feel. And also at the time, I'd just been told only 2 weeks before that I had months to live because my cancer mutated into anaplastic thyroid cancer, and you only have months typically to live once that happens. And it was graded at stage 4. So basically, I'm like, "Yeah, mate, we're doing chemo just to prolong your life a bit." So I'm like, "Right, well, I've got to do it." Then I get on the call and I tell him, I'm like, "Look, I don't know what I'll feel like. I'm probably not going to feel up to it at all." And he's like, "Well, why didn't you let us know how you're doing?" And this is where Scorpius jumped in and he helped. And he was saying how he spoke to them and said, "Look, this is what they're going to do for you, is that they want you to come and see them. They want to come in." Gary, thank you very much for the follow. They want you to come in. They want to see you there. They want to get you in so you can see everything, all the new stuff. And I was like, "Okay, well, I'd love to. It's great." He went, "Well, what's going to happen is that you just need to let them know when you're ready." I was like, "Okay, cool." I was like, "Okay, that sounds great." My first week of chemotherapy was awful. Absolutely awful. It was, in a term, grueling. I think is a fair way of putting it. And then because of that, I was like, "Yeah, I can't go. I'm not up for it at all." So I didn't go. But the week after, I'm like, I'm actually feeling a lot better. Are we still up for it? And we went. So it was just me, Commander Scorpius, Adam Woods, and Zach Antonacci all day sat in this room getting to see everything, which is really, really cool. It was a cool experience. That were optional 0. We're getting to the happy part of it. So yeah, I did get to see everything. So I did get to see everything early. I think by then they'd had most of the feedback. And obviously during that day as well, I got to record voice lines for Plato's Tyranny, my station in game with my name, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there was definitely a really cool experience as part of it, and that was helped to be arranged by the community, which was really cool. But overall, I did get to see everything early. That is the answer to that one. So Slam Dunk, what's your follow-up? Because I've gone on this massive tangent to tell that entire story. And of course I was told months, and now it's 2 years later, and I'm still here. In fact, we're building up to on the 14th of February was 2 years to the day that I stopped chemotherapy, because I completed it. Chemotherapy, completed it, mate. So yeah. John Moore, dude, it's something I'm really open about on the channel, because the last thing there needs to be is people feel like they can't talk about things, or they feel like they can't go and get checked about stuff. I'm sure people have seen it in the press recently about Dustin Diamond, who played Screech in Saved by the Bell. He was diagnosed with stage 4 small cell lung cancer, which has a really poor survival rate anyway. 3 weeks and you're gone, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, like, but yeah. Anyway, so Slam Dunk. Congrats on them not dying. I will continue to try on that as well. Have they made any further approaches to content creators for any more stuff? They have not showed us anything new. I am one of the creators that is working with them. I guess working with them as part of one of their programs, and basically it just means we've got somewhere we can contact them and ask them about stuff. So it means that we have like a focal point for questions. So what you get a lot of the time each week is where they release a bunch of answers to questions. We have helped feed those questions in because we might have them, we might see them in our communities, and we might have the chance to ask them, but we do not get to see anything new. So don't get any of that, unfortunately. Especially not in the current environment. I don't think they can send us stuff and all that. So obviously you guys might have noticed by now as well, is that when there's a dev diary, myself and other creators have videos out immediately after they've been released. Fill in the gaps, I guess. I'm not going to lie and be like, no, I'm perfectly able of creating a 10-minute video that's out 5 minutes after a 5-minute video's come out. So wait, what? I'm not that good. So. But no, we don't get asked for our inputs or anything like that. So yeah. Brian, you're saying you need another Super Friendos. Mate, we've got such crazy schedules at the moment. That's the problem. Because I'm always up for it. I am always up for talking about games and talking about stuff. Like one thing that we're working on is, I don't know if anyone caught it over on Twitch, was last Saturday I did the Through Our Eyes stream. With a group of other creators who all from marginalised segments of communities, and it was a really cool experience. But we're looking to turn that into something more regular that won't feature on this channel as such. So all that. Mini, still doing the same thing, mate. Still doing the same freaking thing. But yeah, doing kind of like something more specialised and more in-depth detail and stuff. That's the plan. But yeah, Super Friendos, I'd be well up for doing a regular Elite Dangerous podcast personally. Yep, nom noms under. Slam Dunk, 100%. 100%. Communication is much better than it used to be. Much better. Like there is, that's without a question. Like 100%. It's a really kind of refreshing experience to be able to talk to them. Arthur's great, Bruce is great, for sure. They're a lot more open. When I was on stream with them a while back, that was brilliant. It was a fantastic experience. Kind of chill out, have a chat and stuff. Felt like I knew them for ages. Totally bizarre. All good though. All good. But yeah, a lot better with communication, and they're pushing for better communication also. Because it's not, they don't decide what they can and can't tell us. Okay. So Jormore, the combat update was all payments for things. That's basically it. Improved payments. So, Ralph, what changed was the community management team. It was very much like you had the older team in there. So you had Ed, obviously, who was fantastic, really nice guy. would not say a bad word about at all. But I just think he got into that routine of the, well, I can't change anything, I'm just going to go with the, we can't tell you that kind of thing. And because they brought in developers on stream with them, and they had them there, and they couldn't tell anything. Like, they'd even engage with questions and then not be able to answer them. It's one of the reasons why you had Sandro Smarco obviously got some jip off the community because he wouldn't answer questions, and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like maybe things changed where there was a refresh, and it was like, you've brought me on, you know I'm external, I want to communicate with the community, this is what we want to get involved in. And I think that's what Arf was really like going for it. My opinion. Pure opinion. Do not know for certain. So, Minnie, you want to know how my cargo's doing? Not super. It's pretty hard for me to get samarium and osmium, because that's what I'm after. But yeah, I think things started to change with Will, but like I said, Will had he had an uphill struggle, and a reasonably new community management team, completely new community management team almost at Frontier probably helped quite a lot. Like, the information we get out of them is fantastic, and the acknowledgement that there isn't information as well is really good. Like, we know you want answers, we're working on it, we're trying to do it. But you've got to remember is that the community managers don't get to make the decision of what can and can't be told. So, so Jormor, I am on. Oh, I'm in a Type 9. I don't like Type 10 because literally everything. There's another ship that does everything better than the Type 10. So I'm not a fan of it at all. Now, what do I think needs the most balancing in game? Anything like missions or jobs? I think everything's a lot better than it used to be. Master Qui-Gon. It's there's been some huge improvements. Like big improvements, and I think I'm happy with them. They've got a long way to making things look better, but I think mining shouldn't be the main source of income. There should be some elevation of other things still, a little bit of that. I think that's always. I always want balance, as all things should be. Yeah, unfortunately, Slam Dunk. They say too much, and they get stung for it. That's always what happens. Ralph, as far as I know, Odyssey is a different team. So you've had like a maintenance team working on Elite as is, and then you've got the Odyssey team. I assume that's the way it would work with a project as big as, because right now Odyssey will be in crunch time, maybe. You know, they'll be at this point where they're trying to get everything ready as possible for Odyssey's launch. Hey Chickers, how you doing, mate? How are you doing? Hunter, inner Thanos? Inner? Inner Thanos. I think I bought outer Thanos than anything else. So Slam Dunk, you're saying, how can FDev improve the piracy experience? You don't feel like hatch breakers are enough? Not sure game loops they can introduce without breaking things. Piracy. I've never really engaged in it at all, and the reason why I haven't engaged in it is because it doesn't interest me as a gameplay loop, which is kind of more the point, is they want community to improve it. I'm not. It's not as rewarding. I know low temperature diamonds were supposed to be the big thing for a while for money making. Like that's how you made all your money. Woefully inconsistent, which is why I never really touched it. Because do you know what you mean? Hatchbreaker limpets. That's it. As long as you've got a point defense, then you're not pirating another player, are you? It's just not going to happen if they've got one. That's it. So some form of grapple would be cool. Maybe there's a mini game involved of getting out of it, for example. That kind of thing. Maybe that. As an idea off the top of my head. I've never really given it much thought. So what's left behind? What have I left behind? Okay, nothing really. But yeah, that's all I think really. The hooligan Chickers is doing alright. He's asleep at the moment after having a busy morning of messing stuff up. That's kind of what he's been up to. Not really done much. He's still crazy, and even after having the snip, he's still pretty crazy. Today he jumped in the toilet by accident. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. I walk out of the kitchen. Mrs. Plater says I think he just knocked something in the toilet. What's he doing? The thing that he'd knocked in the toilet was himself. So that was fun. Not ideal. Dual more they've rebalanced it. They changed the way that the demand works. Really, what might be worth doing if you haven't already is head over to my YouTube channel. Over there, the link is can be clickable on in Twitch below. They've got a panel thing saying who is Plato. I think is there. Go and check that one out because it's a. I've got like a list of videos. Every time something major's happened, I've done it. But they changed supply and demand so that stations have a limited demand, and once demand is met, the prices drop. So the higher the demand, the lower the price that you get for an item with a bottom cap. But what makes no sense about it is that if you turn up with say 700 tons. Someone who turns up with 300 get a better price, despite the fact it all still being within the demand. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. So yeah, I kind of go into more detail, and people tell me that I don't understand how economics work, but I bloody do. Thank you very much. It's kind of and there's some stuff with tritium in there as well. I spoke about. So yeah, it's not super. Yeah, Optimal Zero. The mining market isn't super. I mean, it's still fine. Like it's fine. It's acceptable. But that's kind of it. Draw more, yeah, you can. Core mining is still very much a thing. It's the only way to get void opals still. That's never going away. That's brilliant. Oh wait, Ralph, should I actually be collecting platinum then? Because I've not been. Oh no. I've been ignoring it on this mining trip. Oops. So Thermugly, you're saying that you've been mining muscovite. It's pretty good. Because let's be honest, who didn't get bored of low temperature mining, low temperature diamond mining, sitting in an ice ring? I much prefer them. I prefer the look of them typically to Rocky rings, but Brian, from what I know, it's still not been fixed. Cool. Sumerium 45%.
Asteroid scan complete.
It's one of those things that should be fixed. I know it's not. Oh, where is this rotating from? What am I doing? No, I'm pretty sure the pulse wave scanner isn't fixed, is it? Did I miss that? Did I miss the update for it? Oh, the egg, yeah. Cheese. Such cheese. That's always my thing, is like, I'm just not a fan of cheesing. Being efficient, yeah, cool. Cheesing, not so efficient. No, not such a fan of, sorry. But yeah, the relogging to get the rocks to respawn. I was like, find a good rock, just keep relogging and dropping back in. It's like, oh no, don't do that. Or fly away with your fighter and then come back. Like, oh no. All that stuff. Not for me. Yeah, Ouija. It's not ideal. It wasn't intended, and it should never work like that either. Like, there's lots of things that have been changed, like the board refreshing, that being taken away, because board flipping used to be amazing, but it was cheesy. I used to do it. So Jormal, the egg was basically, it was a rock that had loads and loads of low temperature diamonds attached to it, and what you were able to do was you were able to take a fighter, ship launch fighter, fly it out, turn the engines off, leave it away, and because you were over 20 kilometers away from it, when you came back to it, it respawned and refreshed, so it's something that had new stuff on it. So you could mine it again, and you just sit there and keep doing it over and over again. So that's what that was. Yeah, slam dunk. Yeah, it is cheesy. It's cheesy, but it is also valid gameplay. I don't think it's something they can do. I think it's that's where it is. Hey Alfred, you woken up for a scene? You come say hello? Because I'm getting a bit, getting close to getting mined out here. Hey buddy. So, Alfred, who we're talking about, this is my boy. What are you doing? He is, as you can see, he's a black cat who is super squirmy and also grown massively over the last couple of weeks, haven't you? You're a giant. He's an absolute freaking giant. He's like, oh god. Yeah, but yeah, he's like getting to be a cat size. Still small for a cat, aren't you, mate? But he eats and he eats and he eats. He's lovely. He's not a special breed or anything like that. He's just a black cat who's a bit fluffy and likes drinking orange squash.
Hello there.
Work that one out. Commander Raffazen, thank you for the follow. Yeah, he does. Okay, mate, I do need to see this little part of the screen. Thank you. So I can't see what I'm mining right now of what's in the rocks because Alfred's sat in front of them. But yeah, he's a lovely guy. Saradi, hello, how you doing? Mining spot. Oh, pick a metallic pristine ring and go for it. That's basically it. There are no hotspots or anything like that that you can find for these materials, apart from. I say that. Can I? Mate? Thank you. That said, bromelight. You do get bromelight hotspots, so that might be easier than what I'm doing. Could well be. So yeah, it's plenty of options.
Oh yeah.
General Patch, thank you very much. Treats for Alfred, the great cat. Oh, well, in that case, hang on. Alfred, come here. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Come on. Yeah, I know. I know what you're. Here we go. Right. Okay, there he is. No, wait your turn. Wait your turn. There you go. Well, I tried. I broke the illusion of everything, and it's like. Okay, follow. Have another one. He still isn't very good at taking stuff out of people's hands. Jormor, I play with a HOTUS. But yeah, I tried. Alfred is not. He's not very well coordinated yet. He's still learning. I have taught him how to sit for treats though. It's a bit difficult to do when he's sat right on the arm of my chair, but I do try. Come here. 8%. It's like, oh god, how I've have to forgive the wobble. He's moving around behind stuff now. He's doing his thing. Hey, boss. But yeah, he's an absolutely adorable cat. He spends pretty much all night on the bed with us, sleeping. I fell asleep around 10:30 on Monday night. I went to bed really early, and I woke up and he was still asleep on my chest. I was like, oh, okay. So, talking about the is mining more profitable than long-range exploration? Yes. Because it's time efficient is what it is. Nemesis Wolf, hello, how you doing? Hey buddy, can you not do that? Is that okay? I didn't even know that moved. Thanks, Alfred. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit really struggling to find things. Alfred, can you not hit the boom? Can you not do that? Nemesis Wolf, yeah, I am trying to. I'm not doing very well. I probably should have gone for Bromelight, to be honest. At this rate, I was like, yeah, I should have gone for Bromelight. Wait, what is that? That one. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Dude. Yeah, Alfred's like, he's on it. Right, okay. he suddenly decided that he wanted to attack the string on the hoodie. I was like, no, I've got to attack this, mate. I'm sorry. Right now, you seem to be in danger from it, so I'm here to help. I actually think, funny enough, Chris, you say that. A Cow for All Seasons has a cat called Gankers, I think. I think he says called Gankers, which I actually think is quite a good name.
Hello there.
Big Josh T, thank you for the follow.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Interested?
Asteroid scan complete.
Right. Cat, you are so in the way. It's ridiculous. Also, where am I supposed to be taking this stuff? Where am I supposed to be taking it? Because it's... Oh, God, it's really far away. Why didn't I pick somewhere closer? Who let me pick there? Who? Who let me pick this bloody place? If there are fleet carriers, why are there fleet carriers in here? This drives me insane, right? Everyone's in here already, and I'm like, why are you all in here? I bet you're taking up space. You telling me that this person called Canterbury, I wonder why it's called that, has got like a full load of stuff they're selling. Has Mango? Oh, nice. But it's like, why? No. No, no, no! Why are you in there? You shouldn't be in there yet. I just don't think you should be. So, I feel like people do that as well, Widget. It's got that kind of feel to it. I'm like, no, they shouldn't be in there. Oh, Mitre, I imagine. Yeah. Because, one, the map in VR is awful. Anyway. Ugh. Thumb Ugly, of all the things they would have, though, it seems very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. These are all, like, with the exception of bromolite, not typically mined commodities on the general money-making basis. We would have no way of knowing this would be the case. Stuart, thank you for subscribing, or welcome aboard. But it's that kind of like, why'd you turn up with that? You know? I mean, they would be an advantage if you were mining, yeah, sure. Like if you were doing it so that thing is, Martin, right? If that's the case, you just go to the system next door, don't you? That's what I do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking we might pick a system closer where we can go and pick up a bit more stuff. And maybe do some bromolite hotspots. So I think it's going to be the case of, yeah, we'll take our own carrier and do it and just move somewhere closer. WeJet, yeah, that's a good point. You say that, but where is in Eurobia? How far away is the? Oh, it's right there. So even then, it's kind of a, unless you get your first spot in there, it's not gonna be quicker. Rubbish. Okay. Let's go and load up the carrier. Go and do that. That'll be the plan. Alfred, what are you doing, fella? Black Flame, hello, how you doing? Chris, I've not got a lot. Not got a lot at all. 135 of samarium and 50 of osmium. All in all, not super. Like, that felt really slow. Really, really slow. I feel like maybe a bromellite hotspot might be the way to go. Just considering it's like not even a high value commodity particularly, it's kind of like, why am I not? Oh, why just select the nav beacon? I wish that'd get fixed. That whenever you change instance level, it unselects the fleet carrier that you have selected and picks something else. Oh, Chris, what ship are you in? What jump range do you have? Because I'm going to take you hostage. Can I do that? Can I go and take you hostage? Like, ha! Oh, okay. Well, if you're in a cutter, maybe not. Oh, 30 light years with a fuel scoop. It's gonna be hard to get away and leave you somewhere stuck. So, worth a try. Thumb Ugly, I'm going to be looking for pristine icy. Pristine and icy. Ah, well, Chris. Damn. Damn. Blast. Damn. Hey. Look, boy, how much fuel do you have? Maybe I can keep out jumping you. That'd be my plan. Just keep jumping because I've got all of it. Go Kiddies, I'm probably going to use the ED miners tool to find it. Yeah, I want to move closer to the CG location, really. I think that's going to be the plan. That way, nice and close, so I can actually do shuttle runs, because I'm not going to be... Here's my thing. By the time I've filled my fleet carrier, I'm not really that interested in going back and forth over and over again. So I get to that point, I'm a bit like, Oh, hello. Hang on. This person just chose... Apparently I've chosen death. What time for a pirate? Yeah, I could do it, Chris, couldn't I? Just to keep myself in the 75. Even then, it's not... I'm not so fast about staying in the top 70... Yeah, I'm also the wrong pad, mate. Let's not focus too much on any of that. Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. That's my problem, is I just don't have the patience for it. I can pretend. It also bothers me transfers in a different menu. I think I've got some stuff already, just kicking around. But yeah, Smell Room's not bad. We'll keep on the limpets. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it should be. Let's so we need ED miners tools because we like that. Nope, wrong website there. Last one later. So this website here, so edtools.ddns.net. So, bromelight, reference system, Eurybia. Let's see what we find. Ibor. Ebor. That is the closest one, apparently. So I guess we're going to go there. Budman, yeah, we know you can't. You definitely can't. This is these are commodities we know that you can't buy. It's close enough. It's close enough. Now I'll actually plot that from within the carrier management window. Can I select it for me? No? Alright. Hang on. Oh wait, that's the wrong place. There are that many places with the name? Okay, right. Ibor. There we go. That is the correct place. That was almost a nightmare. So yeah, because I'm ugly, I'm going in particular for bromelite. That's what we're going for in particular. So I'm picking a particular commodity that I'm going to be mining. So rather than just going for pristine icy, it's got hotspots. So because it's got hotspots, it should hopefully be better. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. But what I am going to do is I'm going to call time for the stream there, though, guys, because it's been streaming for 3 hours. And if not, my voice is going to give out and I'm going to really pay for it tomorrow, which is probably not super. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to thank everyone that has been joining in, watching, taking part, and all that kind of good stuff. And we will pick this up another day. Definitely get handed in for the CG for sure. See what we get up to. Don't know. But yeah, please do feel free to hit the like button on YouTube if you haven't already. I've actually not said that once this stream. So everyone hit the like button. It's what you're meant to do, apparently, on the YouTubes. Don't know if you knew. And also at the same time, subscribe if you haven't subscribed on YouTube. Follow on Twitch if you haven't followed on Twitch already. And guys, on Twitch, we are going to raid someone. I think, have a quick look to see who we got. Let's have a quick check. I'm reasonably sure we're going to go for Unusual Cupcake. I'm going to raid her. She's a good Thursday streamer like me. So we're going to drop her a raid and just make sure that you all say hello when you get there. But okay guys, I say once again, thank you very much for watching. Commander Plater, out.